It's about that time, everybody, where right wing and left wing get mad at each other and have another fight on a battleground that has nothing to do with politics, everybody. If you are susceptible to clickbait titles, hashtag fire Gina Carano got you. The same way it's gonna get me later on today when I watch all of those videos. I promise I make happy videos. If you're new here, I'm Chillmonger. I just did an hour live stream with YouTuber Second Street Marvel, where we chit-chatted 33 questions about the Marvel movies, what it could mean, and live chat. They were all engaged, having fun, and it was the best ever. It was so much fun. This is not one of those videos. It's from the same type of people who are tweeting fire Gina Carano are the same type of people last week who were fire Christina Ariel, same Homo sapiens, where they took what Christina Ariel said about white people, they put words in her mouth to make her look bad. Put the same words in the mouth of Gina Carano. She says on her post, Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. What she's doing here is creating a middle ground because she's going to speak to the people who have an opposing opinion on her, but we can gather where we stand on the Nazis. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? I get it what you mean, Gina Carano. Accurately, I understand what you're trying to say. You are comparing hating our own brothers and neighbors to hating our own brothers and neighbors in the past. When you do that, you see them for less than human, and then horrible things can happen. You got from A to B to C, and I was along for the entire ride. I do not read that and say, she was defending the Nazis. Did she just compare being Republican to the Holocaust? That's not me. No, I understand what you're saying. But now, hashtag fire Gina Carano is trending because people are interpreting what she said the way they want to interpret it. All because a few months ago, they were egging her on and agitating her. Hey, post your pronouns. You're in Hollywood and your bio is so empty. What are you, regressive? What did she do? She got in the mud. She played along. Or she interacted and engaged with the enemy. She made her pronouns, or she put meep, moop, mop on her bio. Hate speech is what happened to her, and you know the story. That's where we are now. Let's stop pretending that Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump is not just being relived over and revisited over and over again. It's the same type of people on every issue. There's that type of person. You know what happened last week with Elizabeth Olsen? You guys remember Elizabeth Olsen? So here's an example of what Elizabeth Olsen did. This wasn't last week. This was a year ago. Chadwick Boseman passed. And I think she posted on her Instagram page the same day. Something unrelated to Boseman. Hey, you were in that movie with him. Aren't you going to post something? Well, you're not going to say nothing? Why aren't you saying anything? You're obliged to do this thing that we expect of you. Because we think of you and him in the same light. Not as the people that you are, but in the like they didn't even share a scene with each other. They don't have one single scene except for the funeral scene, which I just remembered now, from Endgame. Even in Infinity War, why was she out there all this time? They were not in the same scenes with each other. 2 scenes. Vish, get your ass on the table. That scene. She was in the throne room with T'Challa. 2 scenes. I'm sorry, I gotta be accurate. My MCU brain. And the airport scene. But maybe Chadwick Boseman was not in the suit, so that's 2. Okay, anyways, I'm getting to the point of that. But what Wanda did, what Elizabeth Olsen did, was she did not engage. She just deleted her Instagram and she has a happier life because of it. She doesn't need Instagram the way we do for the what's it called? Serotonin? Is that what it's called? But that stuff. She's got her job, she's got her happiness, she's nice. A week ago, she described her Scarlet Witch character as a gypsy. Now, if you're a Romanian, that has been a word that has been used against you, and it's very oppressive. And she needs to stop calling her character a gypsy because she did that a year ago. We told her to stop it. You're selectively being outraged. Like, she was talking about a fictional character from a fictional land of Sokovia, and she described a magician character that she is, the Scarlet Witch, as a gypsy. That's an accurate word to be using, and people are outraged at her. It's the same type of people here who last time on Star Wars The High Republic because they gotta hate the book because Kathleen Kennedy is behind it. And that's coming from a guy who hates Kathleen Kennedy, who thinks she brings nothing to the table. How could you approve of a trilogy in which the writer of the first does not control what happens in the second, who does not control what happens in the third, and you keep firing the producer? Kathleen Kennedy's useless to me. However, the High Republic host is not anything to blame. She posted something about white people. In regards to something white people did, if you just read the threads, you can see, oh, context is blank. Because the tweet prior something happened. So when she's talking about white people, I'm not going to say, let me just get here and edit spacebar, ALL spacebar, white people. I'm not going to say she's saying all white people. I'm going to understand that she's talking about the white people who engage in these practices, who are being mean to her because of reason A, B, and C, or whatever she was mad at. It was actually one of those tweets where she didn't have a thread, but I understood the context of that too. It was something about, I'm uncomfortable with white men having this conversation about racism, and I believe it was in October, the same day of the Democratic debate, and I think Pete Buttigieg had a line, and that tweet, that Christina Ariel, is the same thought that sparked in my mind, and I understood that context, if that's the context of that one tweet that she's talking about. But everything makes sense, and we cannot pretend to put words in other people's mouths because they disagree with us politically because of the Clinton and Trump thing. And this is coming from a guy whose most viewed video is happy that Donald Trump lost the election. Like, that guy is an idiot. He doesn't even dance to YMCA properly. YMCA properly. He's a professional buffoon, and Donald Trump. But I'm not going to pretend that he says the thing he says when he says very fine people on both sides. I understand in that whole video, he does actually condemn the white nationalist, those type of people. I don't pretend like he's saying things just to fit my agenda. I get it. And what the Fire Gina Carano people need to do is the same thing. Stop saying things to fit your narrative. Stop pretending. Stop being what you're being. And on the other side of that debate, there's people who I already know what your thoughts are about her series. I get it. I know. I don't even need to see the reviews. The plot is just was too safe. You know, there wasn't enough color. I mean, I think that the costume design wasn't for me, and subjectively I just disliked it. I don't know, if you like it, it's all for you. It's good, you know, it's whatever floats your boat, guys. You know, if it makes you happy, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I understand. I know that's coming before your video comes out. I understand. I get it. Stop pretending. That's my take on that. Fire Gina Carano. No, don't fire her. If she does something, let's get rid of her. But until she does something, let's not pretend. And like I said, I make happy videos all the time, like the one on the side of my face. Go click on this, enjoy me, or take the red pill, and put Fire Gina Carano back on that search bar, click enter, and find the latest video. The choice is yours.